Okay, fine. You want to do this? Let's do this. Today on Sean Strife, we talk about reparations. So stay tuned because we got a lot of shit to talk about.
Get a job, be a slave, pay your taxes, what the fuck?
And we are back. So Democrats have been talking for a very long time now about giving black people reparations for slavery. You know, basically doing what Democratic politicians have always done. Trading off on the misery of people that have been dead for almost 200 fucking years now. You know, typical Democrat pandering for votes because that's what Democrats are best at. So to understand exactly what in the hell is going on, we're going to have to break this shit down to each and every one of its individual components. So first, how do we pay for this? Obviously, these Democratic politicians are going to have to raise our taxes so high that we're going to have to move from Mother Earth. The next question is going to be, who pays these taxes and who doesn't pay these taxes? Do black people that get reparations pay this tax? Because it would be kind of silly to say, hey, we're going to give you reparations, but we got to raise your taxes to get them for you. That would be kind of dumb, right? Now, who pays for these reparations? Is it only Democrats that actually own slaves that pay these reparations? And by proxy, their descendants who have never actually owned slaves, do they pay these reparations? Or is this just a skin pigment tax? And you know something, let's actually just go with that for a second. Let's just say that it's a skin pigment tax. So which white people actually pay that? And how in the fuck would you figure that shit out? So say that somebody just moved here from England. Would they be subject to pay this tax or would they be taxed exempt? Now, considering that they actually just moved here, how much of this tax would they actually have to pay? Or is there a grandfather clause? Only people still alive that actually owned slaves would have to pay reparations. Now, what if we all started going to tanning salons? You know, the darker you are, the less you pay. Seriously, I got to open up a fucking tanning salon. And which black people would get these reparations? Only black people that were descendant of slaves? What about black people that immigrated here after slavery? Would they get reparations as well? And do rich black people get reparations? And what about these rich, useless, virtue-signaling, good for absolutely fucking nothing rich athletes? Do they get reparations? Or is there like an income cap? Or is this just a skin color lottery? Now, I wonder how you would actually do the math on this shit. Is there like a sliding scale based on your skin pigment? You know, the whiter you are, the more you pay. The blacker you are, the more you get. And what if these people that don't want reparations, would that actually lower the tax rate for every single other person in the world that's got to pay for this shit? And what if you're on welfare or have collected in the past? Would that reduce the amount of reparations that you would get? Is this prorated? People say to me, Sean, you're being ridiculous. And I say, sit the fuck down, snowflake. Knock over that fucking jar of fucking Kool-Aid because you had obviously too fucking much. If you don't believe that all these things are being taken into consideration right now by some dumbass fucking socialist politicians sitting around in a square fucking table, well then you're pretty fucked in the head. I mean, seriously, think about this shit for a second. You're gonna tell people that have never experienced slavery that they're gonna get money from people that never had slaves because they're a different color? Yeah. That sounds pretty fucking racist to me. Well, I'm Sean Strife. That's my take on reparations. Tune in next time where we're going to talk about more shit that we're not supposed to talk about. Until then, keep the strife. That's right. You heard me. I said smash that subscribe channel.